Hi, welcome to Let's Talk About Death. I'm Tammy Beilstein.
And I'm Sarah Lunsford, and we're still here.
Yeah, I could be here all the time.
I know you could.
Yeah.
It's like your happy spot.
It is. I could live here. I have the best memories of my childhood being in the mortuary. Yeah, seriously. Yeah. You know what I was telling you? This has nothing to do with what we're going to talk about. But I'm looking at these caskets, and I was telling Sarah that that everything about the mortuary to me is my childhood. The best stuff happened here.
Yeah.
And it was such a huge part of my life that I talk about stuff and don't realize until I see people's expressions that something I said is weird.
Well, you remember you said you saw that movie Night Shift?
Yeah.
And you had all sorts of, we were having a different conversation, obviously, but she saw, like, when they were having the party in the embalming
Oh my
room,
God.
and they were using things for,
They had like this scale, and they used it for like chips and dip or something, and I'm like, oh my God, that's what they would weigh the organs in, you know, and that kind of stuff. That cracked me up. I like that kind of stuff, so I see things differently. But these caskets remind me of when, it seems like my whole life, I don't remember when I started doing this, but I would go to bed at night and I would practice my death poses.
Oh.
And because I would be like, 4 or 5 years old, and I knew what happened with bodies, but in my little girl brain, I think I thought that they would, if they found me dead during the night, because I knew that anybody could die at any time. Yeah, it was like, it happened every day.
Yeah.
Like I thought that they would just pick me up and put me in my casket, and I'd be saving them all kinds of work. Even though I knew it didn't happen like that. So if you're wondering, death poses, when you go to sleep at night, number 1, arms down at your sides, just laying straight down.
And
2,
chin?
yeah,
Also
you want
chin
your,
up, right?
Right, because you don't want your mouth to be hanging open.
Yeah.
2 is hands crossed low on your torso. 3 is in the middle.
Okay.
4 up here.
Okay. So there's 3 spots for your hands.
That's what I would do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or
And
straight down.
Or straight down. And I still
then
do that now sometimes. Yeah.
Chin.
Yeah, and you want your chin, when we were the things we're talking about.
Yeah.
Because when people die, their mouths open and their eyes open. A bit that more of a relaxed state, not like you see in the movies.
Yeah. It was like
I hate that. But you could people put like a rolled up towel or
the chin.
tie, a tie up around their mouth to tie on top of their head.
See, and we were talking earlier about the Christmas Carol.
Yes.
And how Ebenezer Scrooge actually or
his partner
Marley
Yeah.
he had that kerchief tied, and what it was for, like for most of us thought he was sick and he died because he was trying to keep warm with a kerchief over his head. But in actual fact, it's because they tied it that way to keep his chin from dropping.
Yeah, because he was dead.
Died.
So they tied that around his head. And so in some of the movies, when he undoes it, his mouth falls open. And like I always knew what that was. I didn't realize people didn't think about that.
We don't know what it is. We do now, though.
Yeah. You're welcome.
So there's all these there's these certain things you don't even think about, like death poses.
Yeah.
And I mean, years ago, it was very common to have death photographs.
Yes. You know a lot
important,
about that.
Super important to do that. It's in the Victorian era. They would just dress them and they would have their eyes closed and they would take their photograph, and they'd take their photograph, like if it was a little boy or a little girl, they'd take a photograph with a sibling.
Yeah.
They would take it together. Sometimes they'd be in the coffin. One of them would be a little tiny coffin, and the other one, or they would.
Do you know sometimes they used to paint on their eyelids, eyeballs?
Yeah.
Yeah. They would with I guess it was the photographer who would do that. I
guess.
know.
I'm not sure who did it.
But they would paint not eyelids.
Yeah,
paint on their eyelids to make it look like their eyes were open.
Yeah. Yeah. And they would also, you see some of the they're kind of creepy ones where the people are like slumped over in the chair. But other photographs, it looks like they're literally just sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just like fell asleep in the chair. Or some of them, if it was an infant that died, the mother would be, holding it.
Or sometimes a whole family if the whole family had died, you would have the mother, father, and the child.
All of them together. And it was a way to honor your loved one who had died.
Yeah.
It was a very important way to honor them, because without the photographs, which were very rare back then, not everyone could afford getting their photo taken.
Right.
Your memory goes. You don't remember them.
Right.
You know, all of us have faulty memories, more so as you get older. But even when you're younger, you think you're going to remember what someone looks like, and maybe a year or two later you go, oh, wait a minute. I have to go get the photograph.
Right.
You know, and that's a lot of the reason why they did it. Was
I love
to
photos.
honor.
Yeah. My grandpa had in a, I guess it was maybe like a cigar box. It was wooden, but it was about this big. It was packed with those old photos, the ones on tin.
Oh, the daguerreotypes.
And they were all
the daguerreotypes.
They were all death photos. And I would go over there, you know, sleep over at Grandma and Grandpa's, and I would, every single time I slept over there, that's what I would do. I'd sit in the bed, and I'd have that box next to me, and I'd look at all the neat photos in there. Yeah. Like most little girls do before they go to sleep at night. But I loved those pictures.
Wow.
I wonder where they are now.
Makes you wonder. Maybe they're at a historical society or something.
I don't know. I need to ask my family what they've done with art, with their photos, because I loved those.
Yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good idea.
To ask?
Yeah, to ask.
Yeah. Yeah. If we need to share some of them on one of our shows, if I can
if you
find
can
out
find
where
them.
those are.
Yeah, because it's pretty interesting, because different eras and different cultures, they experience death differently.
Right.
You know, they grieve differently, they take photos, they don't take photos. Nowadays we really don't take photos of people who have died.
No.
Sometimes
not really.
we take videos of the memorial services.
Right, of the service.
But we don't really take videos of them.
No. I was talking with someone today at work who, her father is dying. She's awesome. She's a darling person. I just love her to pieces. And she was saying that she wanted to do the hand photos, just of his hands, because he's not smiling in photos anymore. He doesn't feel well. This poor man, and but she does want photos, and so that's one of the things she's going to do is the close-up photos of the hands. I think that's a beautiful idea.
Those are beautiful, absolutely. So
we kind of got onto something we were planning on talking about, but
there you go.
Yeah,
you know how to pose for death. So when you go to bed, remember hands down, or
1, 2, 3, 4.
4. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out the door.
I still do that sometimes, even as an adult. It's a habit. I'll lay there and I'll lay in my pose, and my husband will go, "You know that's weird, right?"
You're like, "Oh yeah, whatever."
I've been doing it for 50 years. You know?
I'm not going to change
now.
now.
To break. Anyway,
that was fun.
fun.
Yeah, so we'll see you again soon.
Yeah, bye guys.
Bye.